Okay, we are continuing off with our small mission in which we chose random AI players to join us. The players have fallen into a cave and have just begun exploring.
But now it's your turn.
Okay. So I cast lights. I cast a light spell on. I find a piece of wood. I cast light spell on. No. I cast light spell on my shield, and I decide to go exploring the darkness.
All right, so you're going to start heading up?
Yes.
Okay.
So I use my shield like a flashlight.
Okay. So I can get rid of these guys. Beep. Beep. All right. So you start to head into this area of another little subsection of the cave. There is some like mold growth, and in front of you there appears to be a bunch of like debris blocking off a little chamber. To the right there is another little path for you to go into the cave, but you can go to the right, a little mold placed area, or you can go forward. There's a bunch of fallen debris from when the place above you fell into this cave system. And you have light and vision. Let's go ahead and go to...
Velma stands up abruptly at Purgatory's gesture, her voice sharp and precise. Back off! Psychological coercion is a poor strategy when someone's likely in shock. She strides over to the performer, kneels beside her, and offers a calm, factual tone. Ma'am, you survived a fall, a concussive collapse, and a magical blast. You're going to feel disoriented. Can you speak? Did you see or hear anything unusual before the explosion? Cracks in the stage, strange sounds underground? Anyone suspicious? She glances toward Melodin's light ahead, noting the branching tunnels. Split paths, one obstructed, one fungal. If I had to guess, we're choosing between physical hazard and biological threat. She pauses, adjusting her lenses again. Logically, the mold's worth sampling. Might explain the tremor.
Link squints as Purgatory makes her declaration, then mock whispers to Velma, loud enough for Purgatory to hear, "Well, that wasn't ominous at all." He stands and gives the performer a reassuring wink before trotting after Melodin, falling into step beside her, and peering down the diverging paths. Moldy path or junk pile. You know, I've fought cursed mushrooms before. Didn't love it. He crouches low, eyes narrowing at the moldy tunnel, trying to examine it for movement, discoloration, or anything unnatural. Spores, slime, or, God's forbid, breathing walls. If this stuff twitches, I'm setting it on fire. He glances back at the group. 2 paths, one creepy, one crashy. I say we don't split up, but I'll take point wherever we head.
Yeah, don't split up. Always good advice.
Purgatory turns slowly, her lips parting in a lazy, amused grin. Oh, Velma, you mistake truth for coercion. I merely reminded her who shattered the beam while you were digging through boxes. She paces a slow half-circle around the performer, her tail flicking once, then eyes narrowing toward the northern fork. Mold. Her tone darkens, the words spoken with distaste and curiosity. Foul and ancient. I've smelled such rot on demon-touched tombs before. She steps forward, casting thaumaturgy to cause a faint, ominous tremor along the mold-ridden path, testing for a reaction, creature or otherwise. Without looking back, I follow the corruption. That's where secrets hide. She begins to stride toward the mold-covered passage, unless someone dares to stop her.
You have to wait until they're done talking.
Mm-hmm.
Please. What is it?
Don't I have detect poison?
Mm-hmm. She cast, however she pronounced that, thaumaturgy. She pronounced it super weird and like to pause down the mold path, which is smart, because it's possible that the mold could, react or do something weird.
As the thaumaturgy works its way down the tunnel, some of the mold creates some small spores within the vicinity, I'd say of a 5-foot range, that quickly settle.
I say that I take the lead because I have the light source on my shield, so I decide to go through the mold path.
Okay. All right. 5, 10, 30. Cool. All right. And we get some more divergence here. You've got 2 more diverging paths here. One which appears to be completely cut off by mold, and one going up north.
Velma narrows her eyes, standing up and closing her notebook with a soft snap. Reminding someone of your power when they're vulnerable is a textbook manipulation technique. But fine. If we're walking into mold, I suggest we do it with our eyes open and our lungs protected. She tears a strip from her undersleeve, tying it over her mouth and nose. Mold spores can be toxic, especially if disturbed. Black patches, yellow spore clusters, or rapid growth patterns could indicate magical enhancement. I'll keep an eye out. She casts guidance on herself as she follows into the fungal path, keeping her light-lit holy symbol low and scanning the walls and floor with focused attention, murmuring, "Let's hope it's just mold and not something that breathes back."
So she's going to give herself a buff to ability checks. Should that be important? That's good.
Link mutters under his breath while falling into line behind the others, bow in hand. Great! Mold, magic, and mushrooms. I knew I should have stayed in bed. He draws an arrow and knocks it loosely. His eyes sharp now, the sarcasm tapering as the seriousness of the path ahead sinks in. His voice drops, low and alert. I've got rear guard. If anything crawls out of this stuff behind us, I'll pin it to the wall before it breathes twice. He scans the ceiling and walls as they move, looking for signs of movement or unnatural shapes in the mold, ready to shoot if it starts reacting to their presence.
All right, too easy. Very good, easy response.
Does he have a bow in this game, or is he just saying that?
He has a bow.
Purgatory halts at the fork, nostrils flaring. Her eyes narrow at the dense mold ahead, then lift toward the shadow-choked north. Rot or shadow. She turns her head slightly, addressing the others without turning fully. Water suggests depth, death, possibly secrets worth prying open. She gestures idly toward the thick mold. But that growth, unnatural, living, it may not like to be touched. She raises a hand and casts firebolt at the densest patch of mold blocking the eastern path, aiming to burn a clear way through, or provoke a reaction. To Melodon, her voice honeyed with mockery. Your light-branded shield might come in handy. If something screams, point it away from me.
I'm just going to say that this is her little fireball, and that she burned away this mold right here. She's just really aggressive with using attacks. That's really interesting. But I'll say that this like little she burned a path through the mold by firebolting it. Let me check something really quick.
And what did she mention about my shield? Like
she said, she just acknowledged that your shield is casting light, which is good, indicating that the AI has memories to things said previously. She was just making a joke that don't point the radiant light at her because she's a demon.
Do you have water? Because I only saw the little tea thing.
Are you asking?
No, I'm asking you. Like,
are you asking if I have water that you can drink?
Yes.
Yeah, there's 2 jugs of water in the refrigerator.
Oh, really? I'll go grab some.
And we are back to your turn, Melissa.
I go to the cleared area where Purgatory cleared the area, and I inspect. Can I do a perception check?
On the mold?
No, on the water area. Or maybe now that let's do something probably better.
I mean, you could do a perception check, but okay. So you got a little bit more visibility here, and you see that there is a dead body, and there's a lot more debris that fell from above, and it looks like there might be 2 more survivors up there.
Okay. Can I pass through the water into the clearing?
You don't have to, but yeah, the water is about waist deep. So your movement would be slowed a little bit.
Well, is there a way that I could just get over there? Because I just want to see the people.
Yeah. I mean, your movement's about up at this point. So it'd be going on to the next player's turn unless you had a specific action you want to perform right here.
I don't think there's anything I can do, so I think I'm just gonna finish.
Velma catches up, boots crunching softly on scorched fungal remains. Her holy symbol casts a cold white glow ahead as she takes in the scene. Water, debris, and 2 figures nearby. 2 survivors! The mold's thinned, but water at that depth raises concerns. Structural instability, possible sewage contamination, or hidden channels. She approaches cautiously to the edge of the water, eyes narrowed behind her glasses. I'll assess them. Watch for movement beneath the surface. If anything's nesting here, vibrations from above may have disturbed it. Vibrations! Darn them!
Damn those vibrations. All right. Very good. She caught up to you. I went with really simple color schemes for all these guys. I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of time.
Did you draw them yourself, or did you just take them from somewhere?
I drew them. I used digital art, though. If you count digital art, I sort of do. I sort of don't. I just drew them in GIMP. I tried to keep the colors just simple, very simple shading, just to make it fast because I had to draw 12 characters. I did okay. Some of this artwork was just stuff that I had from previous campaigns that I just reused. So it always helps to have old stuff just to recycle it, especially of unused projects.
Link jogs up beside the others, the echo of Purgatory's firebolt still fading behind him. He eyes the steaming, cleared mold, then the flooded zone ahead. Fire does solve everything. He spots the 2 trapped figures beyond the water and quickly assesses the debris pattern, waterline, and distance. 2 more survivors. All right, hero mode. Engaged. I'll check the younger one. Faster to carry if it comes to that. You all get the old guy. Velma keeps talking about vibrations, and we may have other issues. You know what I mean?
What happened to the other people? Are they gonna...
You left them. Also, what was that thing? You started talking again, but at the end of his thing, he just goes, You left him back there. I don't know.
Okay, so... should we go back from them?
Well, I don't know. That's up to you. All right, so Link, Velma vibrations, got it. Cool. Let's go to Purgatory, and let's get her going.
Purgatory steps into the edge of the water, her robes hissing where they drag through it, her expression unreadable. Fools, celebrating the sun, only to die beneath the ground. She glances to the corpses, then to the 2 survivors, her eyes narrow on the man. You. Speak. Are you injured or simply useless? She stalks closer, surveying for wounds, not out of mercy, but to judge if he's a liability. To Link, dryly. You carry the boy. If he slows me down, I'll lighten the load myself. She gestures again with her blood crystal amulet, preparing to cast Mage Hand to help clear debris from the survivors, if needed. Then softly, mostly to herself. So many mouths, and I still hear no teeth. Her eyes scan the black water warily. Where is the predator?
You guys haven't run into a monster yet. That's true. All right. So we are back to you. So Link says he can carry the boy if necessary, but you guys haven't actually even approached them or talked to him yet.
I approach the 2 people and I ask questions if they have any injuries.
Okay. All right. The adult one introduces himself as Galen, and the young one is his son. They are uninjured, but maybe a little bruised and dirty. Brain is scared, clutching his little toy sword, and Galen is trying to comfort his son. But they're both at roughly full HP, which I'll just say is, we'll just do commoner, with the bestiary, we'll just do commoner stats. They have 4 hit points. It's a commoner right there.
Yeah, 4 hit points, that's nothing.
Correct. So there's your little commoner. That's their stats.
So 10 everything.
Yeah, pretty much just base zeros, 10 armor class, 30 foot speed, 4 hit points. They get hit, they die.
So
But,
they can walk.
They can walk, yeah.
I asked them to follow us and to have us move forward.
Okay. Since you moved up here, I'm going to go ahead and clear some of the...
Wait. Maybe I say to the group, maybe we should go back for the other 2 survivors.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, let's ask.
Velma nods as Melodin speaks, her expression thoughtful. Galen, Bryn, you're both remarkably fortunate. This collapse could have crushed half the village. Stay close. Speak up if anything feels unstable underfoot. She looks toward the dim corridor behind them, voice rising just enough to carry. To the performer and the guard, follow our voices in the light. Stay in the cleared path. If you're injured or disoriented, speak now and we'll come to you. But move carefully. This place isn't finished shifting. Turning back to Melodin, she lowers her voice slightly. Best we keep the group together. If we split in these tunnels, we risk losing someone. And if this mold is magical, we'll want every mind and sword focused.
Okay, very good. Called back to them and told them to follow, and I'm going to say that they agree, and they're going to start to attempt to follow you guys, or catch up to you guys.
Ink offers Bryn a quick grin and tousles the boy's hair. Hey, you held up better than most. Brave kid. He rises, dusts off his gloves, and ambles over to Velma, giving her a sideways look, voice full of mischief. So, you saving everyone today, or just leaving some of the glory for the rest of us? 'Cause I'm starting to feel like a background character in your nerdy light show. He smirks, then flicks a glance toward Purgatory and adds with mock drama, and you, Fire Queen, ever consider using those flames for a candlelit dinner instead of arson? Then back to the group, tone more serious. All right, we've got 6 civilians and 1 moldy hellhole. We press deeper or backtrack with what we've got.
Fair enough. If you've ever watched the animated show, have you ever watched the animated show with Link?
I've only seen like the Excuse Me Princess.
Oh, of course, yeah, everyone has. I had to watch the show so that I can gather data and stuff for his character. And he is a borderline sex offender.
He is.
He is. Like in the first episode, like he gets like chained to Princess Zelda. And she's like, remove these chains. He's like, no, not until you kiss me. And she's like, come on, Link. And he's like, no, kiss me on the lips. And she's like, God damn it, fine. I'm like, that, you literally had her chained to you until, like, wouldn't let her go until she kissed you. Like, you're kind of a sex offender, bro. I don't know, like, what the relationship between Zelda and Link is. I've never played a Zelda game in my life, nor do I plan to.
Well, in the games, Link is usually her protector, and Link is usually, like, meant to save her. She always gets caught by the bad person, and Link is, like, always there to go get her.
Yeah, the very typical old Nintendo storyline. Princess gets captured, hero has to save her.
Yeah, pretty much.
Although she was, like, in Smash Brothers, she was, like, a fucking monster. Like, she was, like, in Melee, she was, like, one of the best characters. Mm-hmm. But I really don't know anything about the Zelda series, though I did learn that he's just a big fucking pervert. And I surprised it took this long for him to flirt with one of the characters.
How do you get them all to talk to each other?
That's a long conversation.
That is a long
it took
conversation.
It's a lot of behind-the-scenes work that I can explain after we're done recording.
Okay.
Purgatory tilts her head slowly, eyes glinting like embers in the dark as she steps closer to Link, boots rippling through the water. Only if the main course screams while I carve it. Her voice is velvet and menace. She leans in just slightly, close enough to make a mortal sweat. But if you beg prettily, lil boy, I might let you watch me feed. Then she turns away, giving him no more than a flick of her tail and a cruel chuckle. Dinner and desire are for those who survive. She begins clearing the path forward through the water, her voice drifting back. Keep them moving.
Are we going through the
I'm done collecting strays, but her gaze lingers on the boy, Bryn, and for just a moment, something softer flickers, then vanishes beneath the smirk.
I copy and pasted Link's sprite so that I can draw the little boy faster.
Oh, yeah.
It's everything, whatever you gotta do to make artwork faster, dude, because it takes forever. Wow, Link's probably rock hard right now in response to that. I'm gonna have the little civilians move after each of your guys' turn. We're just going to have them slowly catching up. If you want to, like, simulate waiting, they caught up. Yay! The other survivors have caught up. Bear in mind that this guy's going to be moving a little bit slower, so you guys have to move slower if you want to keep up with him.
I saved him. I mean, didn't I, like, heal him?
Yeah, but he's still going to move a little bit slower because while it may restore his health and hit points, lingering injuries that exist in the world of D&D could sometimes just, like, last forever outside of, like, extreme cases of magic or time, allowing them to heal. So he may be physically better, but he's still going to move just a bit slower. Not as, like, he would have been 5 feet before, now he's 20 feet. He did have a broken leg, and you guys did lift the beam several times and drop it back down on his leg, so there was that. Not necessarily your guys' fault. The dice were not in your favor. But it is back to your turn. You have several paths you can take. You can go here, you can go here, you can go here, you can go here. So you have a lot of paths. You can even backtrack and go there.
So let's move on. Let's see, where do I want to go? Can you zoom out for a little so I can see where I can
Absolutely.
go? Okay, let's go downwards.
There's a red cross. Okay, you want to go this way?
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to start moving down this way. Now, bear in mind, only like this much of the mold was cleared. So this mold may still be hazardous if you go through it.
Can I cut through it with my sword? Or would that not do anything?
Do you have a sword?
Yeah, I have a long sword.
Okay, yeah, you have a long sword. Okay.
I have a long sword.
I just always imagine paladins having like a mace or hammer. Sure. You start to go down, and you're going to attempt to cut through the fungal stuff with your sword. Beep. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I'm saying that's good enough. I'm saying anything above a 1 is good enough to cut through some plants. Like, a 1 would be like you just putz it completely and go to pull your sword out and then cut your pants off and they just drop around your ankles and then you walk away sucking your thumb. Pitiful sight. That's how I imagine rolling a 1 would go. But when you swing at the mold, a big cloud of nasty, like, pollen and spores enters around you. And you are going to have to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 12, Constitution saving throw. Are you okay with me doing these rolls, or did you want to do the click yourself?
You could click it.
Okay. Sometimes people like to do the little click.
Please do it for me.
So 8 plus your Constitution score is 8
plus 2, I think.
It's cut off. Plus 2, there it is. That's a 10. So that's a failure.
Damn it.
You're going to have disadvantage on wisdom checks due to headache and fogginess. I really wish I can, like, write on this.
So it talks about Purgatory wearing boots and having a robe. She's like, in her picture, she's just wearing like a bikini.
I didn't decide. I used a picture of what she looked like from that. We'll just say that's the picture of her as a player, not necessarily as her character, because I just picked the pic. I looked at reference art. I'll show you the reference art I looked at specifically, and I drew her as such. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So this is the exact reference art that I used. Some minor changes. Mostly the same.
Is she a tiefling in the game?
Yeah, she's a tiefling in the game. Now, how she may like have her character set up, maybe her character is wearing robes. But at table, she's just in a leather goth bikini. I don't know.
And I'm assuming Link is not a fairy, an elf. He's an elf.
He's an elf, correct.
And Velma's a human.
Velma's a human. So every one of you guys is a different race, which is kind of cool.
What's her name? Purgatory say something about my character being an Asimar, because it's kind of like the opposite of tiefling.
She hasn't yet.
Okay.
You could ask her. What do you think?
I don't know. We'll see later when things get through.
I'm just surprised she hasn't said like anything overtly perverse, because like she is a very sexualized character.
She's just an edgelord.
She's an edgelord. She is the perfect example of like goth nerd goonerbait character. Not that there's anything necessarily wrong with that. I flipped a coin whether or not I was going to have her or Lady Death be a possible character in the character pool. And it ended up as her. And then she ended up getting Roland. So the game really wanted her to be here, I guess.
Velma flinches as the spores burst into the air, then immediately lifts her sleeve back over her nose, speaking through the cloth with crisp urgency. Melodin, fall back! That's an active spore cluster. Disturbing it aerosolized a toxin. Symptoms? She steps in quickly, placing a hand on Melodin's shoulder, eyes locked on her breathing and posture. Shortness of breath? Dizziness? Visual blurring? We'll need to isolate the affected area on your gear later. But for now, Velma casts Bless on Melodin, Purgatory, and herself, her holy symbol flaring briefly. It won't cure the spores, but it should give your system an edge against whatever's still active. She turns to the survivors. Stay behind us and cover your mouths. And Link, flirt later, survive now.
All right, fair enough. Velma used one of her spell slots to cast Bless. What that does is gives you a 1d4 roll to add to your attack rolls or saving throws. It's not going to save you, like she said, which is correct. Very nice. I appreciate that the AI is doing things correctly. But future saving throws will be used with a 1d4 bonus. She does lose concentration on her light spell. I think light's concentration, right?
I have light too, so we both have light.
Yeah, so, I mean, you guys are fine.
So are we, like, not crossing where I wanted to cross?
You could still go down.
Okay.
I mean, you cut the mold. It just blew up in your face.
Okay. That's a shame. That is a shame.
It's a lot better than when we played Baldur's Gate. You immediately ran into molten lava. I don't know what you were thinking.
Link freezes at Purgatory's words, his usual grin caught somewhere between cocky and cracked. Oh, whoa! He laughs it off a beat too late, brushing the back of his neck and stepping away like a man who just realized the pretty snake was venomous. Right, no dinner, noted. Ah! Melodin! Damn it! We talked about the poke first, breathe later rule! He rushes forward to join her and Velma, keeping low and pulling his tunic over his nose. I'll take point! If something's gonna burst out of the dark and chew someone's face... It'd be mine.
Oh my god. What the fuck happened there? Well, that was unique. Oh my god. What did he say? Yeah, he joins you guys.
What did he say at the end? Because it was kind of hard to understand.
I don't know. He's like rapping. He said, I'll take point. If something's gonna burst out of the dark and chew someone's face, better it be mine. He just said it in like a really weird way. That was...
Is he like the most cringe?
Yes, as he should be. I mean, look at that.
I mean, he reminds me of like a teenage boy. He reminds me of this... Purgatory, she's just edgy, but I don't know. She's not... I don't know.
Purgatory's eyes widen with something between amusement and hunger as the spores detonate in Melodin's face. Her laughter is low, cruel, and unhurried. She doesn't offer help, only steps in front, eyes narrowed, scanning the mold trail ahead. Enough slicing foolishly. Fire cleanses. To Velma, almost teasingly, your blessings are noted.
So you guys seem to be heading south now with these little dudes following you. And we are back to you. Call Link a stupid idiot. I'm just kidding.
I don't want to pick fights, at least not right now.
Link, you're a stupid asshole. Why don't you just leave?
So, I honestly wonder what it would react. Oh my god. Like, Link acts like a 12-year-old.
Well, how old is he? He's like a teenager, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Or is he like some stupid, like Tolkien bullshit, like he's 1,000 years old or some
I don't think
dumb
so.
gay shit?
They don't really elaborate on how old he is. All right, so I move south.
Okay. All right, so we continue moving south.
Can I wash my face? Can I wash my face in the water?
I will...
If I wash my face in the water, will it...
You can wash your face in the water.
So I go to the water's edge, wash my face in the water.
All right, you put the moldy, stagnant water into your face.
Okay, stop. Never
Nope,
mind.
too late. You already did it. I actually wrote down what happens if you do that.
Oh, fuck me.
I was ready. Where is it? I wrote it down.
Damn it! Why can't I take it back?
No, because you did it, Melissa!
Damn it.
And it is funny just watching you do this Three Stooges act of making the situation... Here it is. The water is mildly contaminated. DC 10 con save it.
All right, we're going to call it here, and we'll continue with many of Meladin's bad decisions in the next episode. See you soon.